So now he calls them by what they do. And the Bible declares that he gives them an instruction in verse number 16. The Bible said that he tells them, when you do the office of the midwife and you see them upon the stools. And what stools? In this day there were no hospital bed with stirrups, women of God. When the women went into labor, there was a stool about a foot up off of the ground, and they would stand on top of the stool, and the stool had a hole in the center of it. They would squat down over the hole, and the midwife would use the hole to guide the baby out so that the umbilical cord didn't wrap itself around the baby's neck. So Pharaoh tells them, when you see these women right at the cusp of giving birth to what they've been carrying, if you look and it's a son, I want you to kill him. And if it's a daughter, then she can live. The enemy wants to kill the faculty of you that has the ability to reproduce, that has the ability to give life. And when we talk about sons, we're not talking gender specific, but now are we the sons of God. When you see a son, in other words, when you identify somebody that has the capacity to give life, I want you to kill them. Understand, if the devil is trying to take you out, it's because he's identified that you've got something in you that can give life. So right when they are in the pain of the labor process, standing over the stools, I want you to kill their ability to give life. Here's what he's literally saying. They are going to be so distracted by the pain of the labor process that they won't know what they've given birth to. So before they can ever figure it out, get down there and kill it. And they'll think because of the pain of the process that it was destined to come out dead. And the devil is hoping that you are so distracted by the pain of your process that you don't realize that all the blood and all the screaming, all the swelling and the stretching, that it was not for naught, but that you've given birth to something. Shake your neighbor's hand, squeeze it like you're 8 centimeters dilated, and tell him, don't be distracted by the pain of the labor process. Yes, Lord. Or you tell them, don't be distracted by the blood, because blood ain't a sign of death, it's a sign of life, because blood only flows where there is life. Is there anybody in here that's in a bloody place in life right now? Feel like the life has been just draining out of here, and you've been waiting and you've been struggling, you've been pushing and pressing. The Holy Ghost told me to tell you this word, that this is not the year of the miscarriage, but your baby is going to live. The thing you've cried for, Lord, I wish I had somebody. The thing you've sweated for, the thing you struggled for, everybody that word is for, go find somebody else and tell them your baby's going to live. But the sound man, I need a little more power in this monitor. It's straining me. Oh yeah, it's going to live. It's going to live. I know it feels like it's dying. I know it feels like life has already left you. I know it feels like it's taken more from you than it gave to you. But hear the word of the Lord. For every tear you have cried, I am getting ready to produce a harvest in your favor. This word ain't for everybody, but to just those that have been crying in the process. Let me remind you, they that sow in tears. Lord, I wish I had somebody that would talk to me. They shall reap. But when I got ready to quit, I forgot how to quit. Because greater, yes Lord, oh greater, Greater is he, Lord, I wish I had a talking church, that is in me. Tell your neighbor, quitting just ain't in me. I would have quit a long time ago if I could have. Dying just ain't in me. I would have gave up the ghost a long time ago. But when I threw in the town, he threw the towel back at me and said, you shall live. Do me a favor, prophesy to 5 folk, tell them you gotta live after all you've been through. Tell them you gotta live after all you've gone through. Tell them you gotta live after all you've suffered and after all you've experienced. I came to prophesy that the devil will not have victory over you. But the Lord told me to tell all the praises this one word of prophecy. He said, tell the praises victory. Tell the praises I'm about to give you victory over defeat. Grab somebody, squeeze them like you're 10 centimeters dilated. Tell them victory is about to overtake you. Where you're weary and where you're worn, the Lord told me to tell you that victory is about to overtake you. Even when you want to quit, victory is about to overtake you. And the more you open your mouth and testify, that's the stronger the conqueror in you become. That's the stronger the victory in you gets. For we overcome by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of our testimony. Do me a favor, grab somebody that looks like they need some strength and tell them, neighbor, let me give you a testimony. I was sinking deep in sin, fire far from the peaceful shore, sinking deeply stained within, seeking to rise no more. But the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry. Grab your neighbor, tell him if you want him to hear you, you gotta open your mouth and cry out to God. It's me, oh Lord, and I'm standing in the need of a miracle. It's not my mother, not my father, but it's me, oh Lord, and I need you to show up now. I need you to come through now. Is there anybody that can say tonight, I can't wait another second, I can go through another year, but I need to know that God has not forgotten his word? Can I remind the praiser that'll tell me to prophesy? The Lord told me to tell you, I am not a man that I should lie. If I said it, that shall I do. If there was in a Baptist church, I'd say, be not dismayed or ever be tired. God will. Look at your neighbor. Tell him don't get weary in well-doing, because God will do just what he said. God will show up when you least expect it. God will turn your end greater than your beginning, for your latter will be greater. Can I prophesy here?